Alligator Alcatraz is currently facing two lawsuits. One was filed by environmental groups who are opposed to such a facility being built in the middle of an ecosystem like the Florida Everglades. The other one was filed by the American Civil Liberties Union and immigrants' rights advocates. A federal court in Miami will hold a hearing on Monday in the ACLU case, which focuses on two allegations: lack of access to legal counsel and violations of due process for migrants detained at the tent facility. The complaint filed last month in the U.S. District Court of Southern Florida in Miami specifically states that, quote, defendants in this case have blocked detainees held at the facility from access to legal counsel. No protocols exist at this facility for providing standard means of confidential attorney-client communication, such as in-person attorney visitation and phone or video calls that are available at any other detention facility, jail, or prison. The right to an attorney is guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution in criminal cases, regardless of the legal status of an individual. Eunice Cho, the ACLU's lead counsel in this case, says beyond the harsh conditions detainees face at Alligator Alcatraz that she says she has never seen at any other detention center, there are fundamental rights that are being violated.
What we're seeing is that Florida state officials are rounding people up and in many different and very disturbing ways, and eventually taking these individuals to Alligator Alcatraz. And they're being held, of course, without, honoring many of the very basic constitutional rights to be able to speak to counsel, to be able to petition for release from custody. And, Alligator Alcatraz cannot end up being a black hole where people disappear.
Of course, we reached out to the Department of Homeland Security about these claims. In a statement, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said that any allegation that illegal aliens at Alligator Alcatraz do not have access to attorneys is false. The facility maintains a physical space for attorneys to meet with their clients. Additionally, Florida established an email address for attorneys to submit requests to speak to the specific illegal aliens. The ACLU lawsuit names Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and her entire department as defendants, as well as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, his executive director of emergency management, Kevin Guthrie, and other officials. We also reached out to the state of Florida for comment on this, but there has been no response so far. Rafael Romo, CNN, Atlanta.